think Pokemon would get really big, and when it did you see? Were you surprised how big it got?
Yeah, no. I guess I'm going to stand for this. Can you hear if I talk like this?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure. So I've worked on many things that no one has ever seen before. Even some of you who have seen so many things, it blows my mind. None of us really thought Pokemon would be any different. And when we were finally cast in it, and they said it was going to go on TV, we were all like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then it came on at 6:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. And we were all so excited, and then 6:30, and then it went to Saturday morning, and it just kept going. But nothing changed so much from where I was going to work. We all just went into work, did our stuff, went home. In my regular life, it didn't have an impact in a sense. But then suddenly, when I saw other kids who were watching it, or I was on the bus and I saw kids talking about Pokemon, and it just never ceases to amaze me how universal it became. And I do think a lot of that is because we all can relate to the characters, especially Ash. Ash is us. He's every man. And that the idea of friendship and pursuing your goals, but still having your friends and working together, I think it speaks to all of us. And that the show is able to capture that. And as I was saying to someone today, something that started out in a way, or maybe continues to be, just a huge commercial for the video game, really had some substance, and the stories inside it that we could relate to, and the journeys, and gosh, when Butterfree was set free, didn't we all cry?
Oh my God. Oh, I remember that.
The feels. Then too in the booth, you know what I mean? Those moments that there's so much of that show. None of us have a Pikachu or a Pokeball that your pet could go into. If only some of our cats or dogs could be.
That'd be awesome.
But you know, there's the moments of that show that were so real that no matter what, you still can relate to the time, even when Brock was leaving. At one point, when Brock and May were going off, and Ash was going to go on his own, and we all were sad because they were friends, and you could feel that bond, and we all relate to those real moments. And then there's the crazy things of if I had a Lapras to ride around on in New York City, I'd be a better person for it. Or maybe on time more often, you know? But then there's the real moments, and so I think that may be why it became so big, but I certainly didn't realize at all the journey that I would be on when I finally started that first episode. That's my long-winded answer to your little question. Yes.
I was wondering, when you auditioned for Pokemon, were there other characters that you tried out for as well before you landed Ash?
I did not audition for Brock. I must have auditioned for Misty at the time because I'm a girl. I must have, but I was called back for Ash. I didn't get called back for any other character but that. So yeah, I never even thought about that. No, I don't. I think I auditioned for a number of things, and it was later decided that I would be Ash's mom because she was related to Ash. And in the very beginning, they didn't want me to do anything else but Ash because they thought you can't do any other Pokemon, you can't do anything else, just the one thing. And then that eased up later on. But, yeah. Yes?
I guess it might be hard to choose, but who's your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon is Pikachu. Yeah. You know, I don't know, there's something about Pikachu that's so lovable. Plus the woman who voices Pikachu in Japan, I could watch the whole show and just listen to what she does. She's so remarkable. So for both of those reasons, Pikachu is my favorite. Yeah.
I was just wondering, what was your favorite episode of Pokemon during the Johto League era?
This is embarrassing, but where were we in Johto? I
The
remember the song.
Pokemon the Johto Journey.
Does that mean there were was Trico in the Johto?
That's how
No, that's the Ho and the Johto.
I was just on a journey, man. Out there.
Syndical Chikorita, Totodile.
Chikorita. Because it kind of that necklace.
No, I mean, what was your favorite episode during that era?
It's
like,
gonna be all
like
of them.
Power
Can
of
I
the-
say all of them and just go? You know what? I cannot remember the specifics of those. And the reason is because I haven't watched them all. So when I go to work, I would just record Ash's lines.
Okay.
So the parts of the episodes I see are just what Ash saw.
Okay.
And if he didn't speak for 10 minutes, I didn't see that part. So some of those episodes are a blur, or I would go to work and do 3 episodes in that one day. So I don't remember them specifically.
Like, I could name you one, like...
You could name it, and I'll tell you.
Hour of the Houndour. I really like that episode.
Right.
I really like that episode. It was actually quite really fun.
Yeah. I can't remember specifics of it. I will say that I think it isn't really a lie to say I enjoyed it all. Because, all of the episodes were different, and there was always some kind of, something happening, or a guest star on or something. But probably the very beginning in the Orange Islands are my favorite overall, because that's where we were all figuring it out and kind of starting the journey. And but yeah, I don't know. I can't remember specifics.
Oh, that's okay. And also one thing. Could you just tell everybody at voice from the Johto region, when you capture Toda, like say in Ash's voice, Totodile, I choose you.
Totodile, I choose you!
Oh my god.
Have you seen the season 1 theme song?
I cannot sing the theme song, and you'll thank me. I can't. I'm sure you all could. But no, I know I sang it at home along with the TV show, but really, I don't remember the words to it. But that's all I can do. I can't sing it. You all can, though, right?
Yeah.
We don't have. We'll do it at the end.
Yes. Okay.
Did you have a question? Someone in here?
The same one.
Oh, same one. Did you read each other's minds on that?
Totally.
Thank you. Really? Totally.
Yeah, I'm like the Psyduck to her Golduck.
Yeah, to her,
Yeah.
what was called the spoon?
Oh, Kadabra.
Kadabra.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a Kadabra up here, I'm sure. Yes. Another question? Yes.
I just really want to thank you for inspiring an entire generation of the 90s. And also, my name is Ash.
No way! Awesome. I'm like so glad to meet you.
Not to be here, so I'm
Cool.
recording it for her.
Hi. You're welcome. I'm happy to have had a job, first of all. But one that I loved so much. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. It was really a pleasure to work on that show. Yes.
Did you ever get a chance to meet, personally or professionally, the cast and/or crew of the original Pokemon series?
From Japan?
Yeah.
No, I never have, actually. I've not been to Japan either. That would be something that I would really like to do. Plus, we listen to them from time to time, and not every episode, certainly, because there was no time to do that. It's just like, let's move it along and get this thing cranked out, But I really admire what they did on the show, and I certainly would like to meet them, yeah. So someday, maybe. Yes?
Out of all the seasons, what do you prefer for the theme song? Like, which one do you like the best?
The first one. You know what I love? Those pictures when they're running, or like catching, or he's got Pikachu and they're just laughing. Those things, I get really teary for those. And the first one, and maybe the second one. There was one that the whole thing about I want to be the best, and you go like, yeah, so do I. And those are the things I really do relate to that. And I would say, God, maybe that's cheesy or something, but really it's not. It really said what we all think, but are kind of embarrassed in a way. But we all strive in our daily lives to be the best, to do the best you can, and that's all you can do. Because otherwise, what are we doing? What are we waiting for? So I don't know how they did it, but I think it really lifts you up. Maybe we should all put that on our iPod. On those dreary, rainy days when you're trudging to work. Yeah, you can work out to it. With your Pokemon throwing arms. When you're doing push-ups, I don't know. Yeah, so one, and I think the second, I can't remember it exactly, but I think maybe the second season too. So, yeah?
Can you do a Magikarp impression?
Can I? Can you?
Dirt.
No, it's
Done
John
that?
Fist.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. I get in trouble from whoever played Magikarp. Yes. In the first movie.
Oh my god. No.
The field.
Silky virgins everywhere.
Near the end. That, that, and same with the Butterfree thing. I mean, I seriously had to stop to collect myself to keep going. Some of those, or the great thing about being an actor is that you get to be other people, and you get to be in moments that, well, we all have in our lives, sadness, joy, all of that. And you can experience it in someone else's shoes. So even if I was in a scene as Ash and then as May, I experience it differently from each of those characters. So I've never had to let a butterfly go free, but to be in that moment and just know that it's the right thing to do, but it's so hard. It's a treat to be able to do that, and then be like, oh yeah, maybe I'll just have a glass of water and go home. I don't have to. But it's really wonderful to be able to throw yourself into something so fully. But those things always get me. Sometimes I record an audiobook and it's so sad I have to stop, cry, and then I get really stuffy sounding when I cry, so I have to clear that up so it doesn't sound like, as the narrator, I go on. I do cry all the time at commercials. Very emotional. But those scenes, I really love them. I mean, as Ash, the fight scenes are my favorite because I don't do a lot of fighting in my real life. So I love those battles and all that stuff. That, and then the emotional, like, gosh, with Pikachu, hey buddy, when he's, after a battle, and I just love those tender moments because I don't know that we're all allowed to have them so much in our lives. We all have to be strong, and we have to be, solid. But that's not who we are. We are all those emotions, and I think we're better people if we're able to, you don't want to be crying all the time or like laughing hysterically, but that we can show ourselves, and Ash did show himself. He was strong when he had to be, and he wasn't afraid to be someone emotional. So I guess in that the long-winded answer to this is I enjoyed that he was able to have that